Hey everyone, it is March 18th. Sorry this video is a day late. Sorry also if you can hear the wind outside, it's blowing a lot. So hopefully you can't hear the video, that in the video. So sorry if the quality is not the best today. So let's talk about what I'm reading. I'm reading 4 different books right now, so very busy. I'm still in Order of the Phoenix. I actually haven't gotten that much further. I'm just a little bit past halfway. So right now we've just done a couple of DA meetings, which are still a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying them a lot. And Hagrid's back, which is awesome, and I just got his story. So I will read a little bit more of this tonight probably. We're about to get to Christmas. If you know, you know what happens at Christmas in this book. So it's about to get pretty intense in this book. So I'm really excited about that. I love the middle of this book. I think I've said that before. So yeah, I'm going to continue reading this. It's taking longer than I thought it would, but that's okay because the next book, or one of the books that I started this week, is incredibly short, so it's okay that this one's taking longer. Next one that I'm reading is my buddy read with my mom, Trust of the Emerald Sea. Don't have it because it's on Kindle only. Absolutely loving it. It is the funnest read I've had like this entire year. It is so much fun. So we're doing 8 chapters a week, so I just finished chapter 16. And it's super nautical, and I love that nautical setting. I love that it's on a different planet. It's not on Earth. So there are things about sailing that's different than our world and things that are the same. And I love that so much. I love the different things and I love the similar things. And this section, we got a ton of new characters that are going to be so cool, and I'm so excited to get to know them better. There's like a sidekick, there's the crew, and very interested in those characters and their faults and their virtues, and it's just been a blast. I'm loving it so much. I'm going to talk with my mom about the second half tomorrow. The first half, we talked about the first 8 chapters, and we basically just gushed for an hour about how amazing this book is. I don't think my mom or I had any negatives. My mom just said I was a little nervous about the nautical stuff, but I love it. So we had no negatives for the first 8 chapters. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 negatives for the second 8 chapters. It was just a character was introduced a little clunky to me, but it might be a Brandon Sanderson thing. It was very funny still though. Even if it was a little clunky to me, it was still very funny. So enjoying it, having a blast, still waiting to do a spoiler-filled kind of vlog, so I'll probably take notes on that tomorrow and hopefully film it Monday. So yeah, it's going great. I love it so much. The other new book this week has been the week for new books. The other new book that I started was The Bellmaker. So that is my audiobook. So if you don't know, I really like audiobooks. I listen to them when I drive. I have quite a commute. So I am doing The Bellmaker, which is one of the Redwall books. So basically I've been obsessed with Redwall ever since I was a kid. I've memorized parts of the books. I've gone to sleep to the books for years. So I listen to audiobooks when I go to bed. So Redwall is one of those that I've slept to for a very, very long time. So I know many of the books very well. And my favorite Redwall book is Marielle of Redwall. And if you don't know, The Bellmaker is actually its sequel. And I had absolutely no idea about that. I did not know that it was a direct sequel because none of his other books, well, maybe 1 or 2 are a direct sequel, but not very common. So if I had known The Bellmaker was right after Marielle, I would have read it way sooner. I thought it was like before Marielle because The Bellmaker is her father. So I didn't know it was like a sequel. So I'm so excited. I've just gotten the beginning, so it's like all the setup. Brian Jakes is so good at putting the little pieces together all separate and then bringing everyone together in a very wonderful climax. and I just adore it so much. So he sets up these people are in conflict over here, these people are in conflict over here, and then Martin tells these other people in a third place what's going on, and then everyone's going to come together. And I just love his writing style in that way. Some people don't give Redwall, I think, a chance because they think of it as kind of childish, but I adore it so much. I think there's so much amazing adventurous spirit and whimsy in this series. So I'm loving it so far. I'll keep you updated. Last book, which is also completely new, is this one that I had on the cover today, is Eaters of the Dead. Quite a title, right? Eaters of the Dead. This is the Michael Crichton that I was the most worried about. I know the synopsis of most of his books. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. My dad's a big fan of Michael Crichton. This one is one of the few that he's never read before. So this one just sounds awful, but it's not about cannibalism, I don't think. It's about Vikings. So this guy basically travels up north to observe the Vikings. So I'm reading, I just started. I'm not very, well, it's such a short book. Like, look at it. It's only, let's see, 170 or something. Yeah, 179. So it's incredibly short. I'm about a fourth of the way through, and it's just beginning. He's just observing the Vikings. So it is, I mean, Michael Crichton is a scientist, so all of his books have that kind of academic feel to them, but this one, of the three I've read, is the least fun so far. All of his other books were a blast, even with the science. I mean, I am a nerd, I get it. Michael Crichton is not for everyone, but this one is a lot more reading like a textbook to me. I mean, there is some story-ish elements, but it is mostly this guy's observations. So he talks very much like a guy who's just observing. So it is not quite as fun as the other book. I'm going to read it. It's pretty short. I'm still going to finish it. I'm not DNFing it in any way, shape, or form. I still find it interesting, but it does feel more textbooky than fun, adventure-y. So basically, we're just arriving with the Vikings and observing their culture and getting over the beginning culture shock, which I do enjoy. I like a good culture shock kind of book because I've lived all over the place. I have culture shock all the time. So I am enjoying it. It's just not that fun. It's pretty dark. It's pretty gloomy. And it's pretty analytical. But it's not terrible. So wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people. I'm enjoying it in general. It's just not a blast like his other two books that I've read. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. I'll probably finish this next week, and so next vlog, I'll probably tell you all about it. Last thing today is just what I'm going to read next. Like I said, I'm probably going to finish this next week. So, next I'm going to go back to Wheel Time and start Wheel of Time's shortest novel except for the prequel. So this one is book 8 of the Wheel of Time. It's not very long. It's like 700 pages, which, oh no, it's like 600 pages, excuse me. It's like 600 pages, which is very short for a Robin Jordan book. This is the beginning of what some people call the slog. I haven't seen any evidence for the slog, but maybe I'm just not sensitive to that kind of thing. My mom says some of her favorite moments happen in the slog, and she is a very avid reader of the Wheel of Time. So we'll see if I like it. Very intrigued. I really like where the characters left off in the last book, so I'm pretty excited for starting this book. And I've also heard the prologue of this book is really good, so I'm incredibly excited to start it. So that should be next week that I start Path of Daggers. Alright, so I hope that you have a great week. Please let me know what you've been reading down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!